So after this video, you're going to make the hardest beats from scratch. I'm going to show you all the strategies that you can use to make it 10 times easier, so let's get into it. So in this video, we're going to make something inspired by Rob49, Nardowick, YTB Fat and all that artists. But to get some inspiration, let's listen to the latest song of Rob49.
Yeah, right there on that money. Spread them blues out. Fuck it right.
Okay, so as you can hear, we have some really catchy bass notes with a hard synth melody made with a pad. So it's really easy to recreate something like that, and I'm going to show you. So first of all, for this type of beats, we need to set the BPM to 165 or 170. And the easiest way to start is by creating a melody with a piano, because with the piano you can really hear what is going on, and then later we can change the sound. So before actually making the melody, I suggest you to use the scale lighting. And in this type of beats, it's really common to use the minor natural or the other Phrygian that we're going to use in this video. So let's make a really fast and repetitive melody. So we can use the 5th note of the scale, and then we can use the C sharp up an octave. Okay, and to create some variation, we could bring up these two notes. So we're using this one semitone change that is going to add a lot of tension. Okay, like that. Maybe here we could bring them down again. Yeah, that's hard, man. Let's just copy this over. Okay, so as I said before, I want to change the sound, so let's find a pad that we can use. And by the way, I'm going to use the sounds from the Phoenix Bank. Ooh, this one sounds fire. Now, I really like this, but we need to add some effects on it because it's kinda too messy. So let's start by adding an EQ. Okay, it already has some reverb, so we're not going to add it. Let's try to add a chorus too. And maybe half time. Yeah, this can really work as a main melody. Okay, now it's time to add some bass notes. So to do that, we could also use the file keys. So we can also start with another note that is not the root note. And here we could create some variation by doing that. Yeah, we can also play around with the pen. Okay, now this sounds good, but the bass notes could be a little bit thicker, so we can just duplicate them one octave down. Yeah. And we could also try to pitch them up a bit, so we can select them and then click transpose, and let's do 4 semitones. These bass notes are adding a lot of bounce to this beat, and the pauses here are playing a big role in this. In fact, if I just make these notes longer versus this one, yeah, that's so better. So now we have a really good foundation, and this is sounding catchy and really open for an artist to open this. But right now we still need to add a counter melody on this. So I just opened again Analog Lab, and let's use again the piano that we used before and just copy the melody. Yeah. We can add some delay on it, but we need to lower a lot the volume because otherwise it's going to make the melody sound messy. And we can also automate the pan of it. So we can just right click here and select create an automation clip, and here we can click LFO and mess with the settings. Yeah, that's so better. But these bass notes are sounding a bit too dry, so we can add some effects also on them. Okay, so as you can see, we already have a main melody and a counter melody by only making one MIDI. In fact, it's really useful to recycle the melodies that you already made, because they're always going to sound good in the same beat. So I like this, but we need to understand how many instruments we still need to add. So what I like to do at this point is just to arrange a bit this sample, so we can have an intro with the main melody pitched down, and maybe the piano coming in after. Then on the chorus we can make this unique and pitch it up. Yeah, that's hard. Okay, then we can just copy it over. We need some variation here, so we need to add another counter melody. Then we can bring the pitch down part and then add the piano again to add some variation. Okay, so in this way I really know that we have enough variation for a beat, but we still have to add a melody here to distinguish the first part of the chorus from the second one. And then I want to add something like a bass for the intro, because in this way we're going to hook the listener. Let's try to use this Boo Bass that is a stock plugin, and we can just copy the bass notes that we already made and paste them here. Yeah, we can have some variation. Yeah, the drop is going to be hard. Okay, now as I said before, we still need to add a counter melody on the second part of the chorus. I want to add something like a lead, and I want to use one that we can find in Expand, and it's this one. Yeah, but when you're creating melodies with these leads, they need to be really catchy and memorable. And I'm going to show you a really easy trick that I discovered to make them. Let's start by making a melody, changing notes every bar. Okay, also something like this can work. And now we can add some notes randomly. Yeah, I like this melody, man. And this strategy always works, man. It's really easy to find melodies also with flutes and all that stuff. But we need to add some effects on it and push it in the background, because otherwise it's going to crash with the vocals of the rapper. So the best way to do that is by adding some reverb. And we can pan it a bit on the left. And now we can just add the drums. I'm going to use the drums from the Phoenix kit. That is really a huge bundle, guys. It has so many sounds and real instruments, phrases, synth phrases, everything that you need to make these hard beats. And by the way, guys, right now it's at a really low price for the launch discount, but it's going to end this Friday, so if you want to check it out, the link is in the description. Let's use this one. And we can keep it simple like this. Now let's add some hi-hats. In the majority of these beats, the hi-hats are really simple. Basically, they just use the 2 steps. But to make them a lot more bouncy, we can select Village 4 steps. Then just duplicate them over and lower the velocity of the second one. Then you can also click Alt-R to randomize the pen and the velocity. But we can still add a couple of rolls. Yeah, this can work. Let's add a laser too. This is a really common perk in this type of beats, and they use it a lot at the end of the second bar. Yeah, we can play around also with the pen. Okay, in this type of beats they usually add also another perk. Let's try to add this bongo, and we can kinda use it as a counter snare, so... And these two are the most used spots for counter snares in trap beats. Yeah, this can work. Okay, now the last drum sound that we need to add is a hat. So we can add this one, and with it we just need to follow the 808 pattern, and I already know we are going to use that bounce, so... Yeah. And now, guys, it's finally time for the 808. Let's use the spins. Okay, so with the 808 you need to follow the bass notes that you already made, so we can just copy them. Ooh. Yeah, that's hard. So now we can just split by channel the drums and arrange them a little bit too. Here the verse. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, remember to drop a sub, like and comment, and check out this video if you want to make beats like ATL Jacob.